children's librarian at the Seattle Public Library. Today I'm here to share some fun activities with you that hopefully you can try out at home, and it may give you ideas for other activities to do. So the parents and caregivers, there are 5 activities you can do with your child to help develop the skills they need in order to become readers. These skills also support them as they get ready to start kindergarten. So the activity I'm focusing on today is play. And in the simplest of terms, any kind of playing is learning. So the activities I'm going to share with you today, a couple of them are very structured and another one is unstructured. And so the first one I want to talk about is a memory game. And memory games help strengthen a child's memory so they can focus on activities and retain information accurately. And this will help them as they get ready to enter kindergarten in a formal classroom environment where they will be having instruction in things like math and reading. So I brought a memory bag with me. This is just one I had lying around the house. So any kind of bag you have is great. And I'm going to show you how I will do this activity with the memory bag. So inside my memory bag, I have some really fun toys inside of it. So we're going to take them out and see what they are. The first thing we'll do is we will count them out. So there are 5 things. Counting things out supports your children with their early numeracy skills. So anytime there's an opportunity to count, I encourage you to do that with them. So after we count them, then we get to talk about each one. So let's dig into this bag, and when you're playing this at home, the kiddos get to pick everything out of the bag. So, what is this? We're going to talk about that after we count it. So there's 1. What else is in this bag? 2. What else? Let's count. 3. Wow. Let's keep counting. 4. Okay, one more thing. What could it possibly be? Oh, we got to dig down deep into that bag. A really interesting toy. That is 5. So let's talk about what we have here. So we have this toy, and it's really fun to look at. You can tip it upside down. It's something you can just kind of enjoy. What else do we have? Oh, it's an orange squishy ball. It says I can, I will, I must. Let's look at the third thing we have. Oh, this is a child in a red snowsuit. This is a kiddo from a picture book, and their name's Peter. So it's all about playing in the snow for this kiddo, but we have Peter. And we also have this fun little snaky toy. So we've got the snake. And last but not least, this is Corduroy the bear, who's another bear that shows up in picture books. So once you've counted and talked about the different items in the bag, then you can lay them out in front of you. And then what you're going to do is we are going to cover all 5 of those up. So just get a blanket or a piece of material like I have. And then you can, parents and caregivers, take one away and hide it where your kiddo can't see. And then you take the cover off and you look at what's left. And you can have as much or little conversation as you want, but your challenge to your child is what item is missing. So can you remember everything that was there? I think it might have been orange. So some kiddos might know it instantly, others you can give clues to. So you can play this game with as many items as you want. Not only can you count and develop their memory skills, but because there is so much talking, this helps them with their narrative skills and in learning how to communicate more with language. So the memory game with a bag and toys is a very fun game to play to support your child's memory. So the next structured activity I'm going to show you can be done with a box. I would recommend maybe a shoebox. I could not find a working shoebox, but any box will work. And I call this my sound and touch box. So this game is focusing more on touch and also hearing. So this is the sound and touch box. So kids and grown-ups, for the sound box, you can just put an item in it, and then grown-ups, you can shake the box, and you can help your child figure out what might be in there. To start out, you might want to have a toy that is fairly easy to figure out, and then you can, as your child gets in the swing of things with the game, you can maybe increase the difficulty of items. So for sound, I'm going to shake this box. I want everyone to guess what's in here. What sound is that? You're right, it's bells. So I'm going to reach in here and we will see what that special item is. Oh my goodness, I think that it is bells. You were right. So this is a way for them to really start focusing on what they are hearing. So another really fun game is a touch box, and I cut a hole in this large enough for a kiddo to reach their hand in. You can put one item in at a time. Sometimes a shoebox works well because you can just lift the lid. I just taped one end and you could untape it or secure it however you want. But let them put their hand in. And before you ask questions, let them tell you what they feel. And you can then, if you want to draw the conversation out more, then you can ask additional questions. So I'm going to tell you that this has something soft on the outside, and it also feels like a bottle, a small bottle. So what it was is a little container of hand sanitizer. That one would be more difficult, maybe. But I also put some shoelaces in here. So anything you have around the house, you could put a spoon, but that also is a really fun game to play that focuses more on touch and hearing. So the last game is more structured, and it's just an idea about what you can do when you're reading stories with your children. Reading is great. Talking about what's happening in the story is fantastic, but you can also follow up a story with an activity. So I'm just going to show you one of my favorite books to read to children when we're talking about play and building imagination. I'm not going to share this, but this is called Not a Box by Antoinette Portis, and it's about a bunny who does all sorts of amazing things with a box. Builds a robot, makes a fire truck. So if you have boxes and containers, if you read this story, then the perfect activity would be to let your child create something with all of the boxes, containers, tubes you have lying around. And so that's one way, if you're looking for additional things to do when you're reading stories with your kids, is trying to find additional activities that will extend that story. Thank you for joining me today, friends. I hope you have fun playing and learning together at home. Stay safe and be well. Goodbye, and we'll see you soon.